for today is file handling in Python. If you've started coding and you are writing Python codes, most probably you are using the core data types: string, list, tuple, dictionary. So all these data types are handling your data in your Python program. Say for example, you are adding two numbers A and B, so that is the data for your Python program. You are creating a phone book using name and phone number, so most probably you are using a dictionary to save the phone book. So everything, all the data resides in your main code. Everything is in the main code. So what if you want to use an external system file or computer file to provide data to your Python program? Say you have got marks of 1000 students in a CSV file, or you got a very neatly written essay in a text file, and you want to use these types of files in your Python program. Python have a function to open such files in your Python program and use the data from these files, either text files, data files, or CSV files. We are going to study all these three types of files and see how we can use these files in your Python program. It's very useful, it's very convenient, especially if you have a large amount of data. It's not practical to use dictionary or list here in such cases. So having a CSV file is much more convenient. It's easy, it's practical, because you can edit these files using other programs, spreadsheet programs. You can edit CSV file, text files, you can use a notepad. And in Python we can safely read, write, or append these files. So let us start with working with a text file. A text file or .txt files in the case of Windows operating system. When you save a file as a text file, it is saved as a .txt extension. We will see what it looks like actually. Say we have a number of files here in our folder called poem.txt, poem123. So you will notice that each file is ending with an extension, a dot with an extension. If I zoom it for you, you can see that it's a .txt file, which means it is going to open with a notepad application in the case of Windows. So let us begin with a very basic code how to open such text files in your Python program and read the content of these files. Okay students, so let us start to code and see how to write a Python program that reads from a text file. As on the screen you can see that we have got a folder, a file, a Python file, which is having an icon called th. It's basically opening using the Thorny application, so that is the reason it has got this icon, and our notepad file or txt file named as poem.txt. So if we open this file, we have a very small poem written, and this is our notepad file, txt file. We'll close it, and this is the Python program which will read from the text file. Okay, so the syntax goes like this. F1 is just a file handler or identifier which will handle the file for us. FL, I have taken this name. You are free to take any name you like, any valid identifier in Python. Open is the function name, and this is the file name. We have just written file name, no path, nothing else. This is the path and the file name itself. Okay, so why this simple path? Because both the code, this Python code, and our text file, both of them are in the same location, same folder. So we don't need any longer path for this. Just writing the name of the file is enough. Okay, next is the read function, which is reading from the file fl. Was the file. So fl.read, we are reading 10 bytes, so 10 number here in the function bracket. We are printing what is read by the read function, and finally we are closing the file. So just basic 4 lines of code, and if we run this program, we will see the first 10 bytes from our notepad file. Okay, so this is about how to open a text file, and sometimes the student face issues, errors here. The most common is file not found. Let's say if I name it like this and I get an error message. This is the most common error seen with the students who start writing file handling codes, that no such file or directory. The very common error, and the reason is either you are writing the file name incorrectly, as I have done it intentionally here. It was poem.txt, but I named it something else, so it will give the error message. Okay, or you have forgot to write the extension .txt. Okay, you have to write the extension, file name as well as the extension. The path to the file should be correct. Sometimes the student have saved this program somewhere else. Say maybe they saved this Python program on the desktop or on their pen drive, and this poem file or any other text file is not in the same location, it is somewhere else. So both the file, Python file, and the text file are in a different location. So in that case, this simple path or just the name of the file will not work. Okay, it will throw error. You need to provide an absolute path in that case. Okay, so make sure your path is correct, file name is correct, and it will read the file correctly. Second, let's see how to read a file which is not in the same location. As I said, students will get error message if the file is not in the same location. So the easiest way, if you are not bothered about the location, if you just writing a program to read some content, write something, and the path is not important, so the easiest method is to keep your Python program and your text file in the same location. How to verify? Either you save it like this, save as, and you save it in that particular folder, your Python program as well as the text file. Or if you are still not sure which this program is, where this program is saved, you look at this top header of this top header. You will see the exact path written. For this Python program. So I can see that it is on desktop Python file handling folder, and the Python program name is program1.py. So this is the exact same folder which I am looking at, this header. So you can verify the path of this program and save your poem.txt or whatever text file you have put here in the exact same location in this same folder. Okay, then this path will work. Just naming the file in this location or this quotation, just putting the name of the file in this inside the quotation will work. Your Python program will work. So next thing is, if we have the text file or the Python file in a different location and you still need to access it, then simply putting the name will not work. You have to put a absolute path, or sometimes you can do with a relative path as well. Let's look at both these types of path one by one. First we will see the absolute path. So absolute path means right from the root of the drive till the file name, the full path, complete path. So for this absolute path example, let's move our text file poem.txt to some other location. Let's place it on desktop instead of this file handling folder. I will cut this file and put it on my desktop. Okay, so here it is. So the poem.txt file is now on the desktop, and our Python file, this program1.py, is still in the same old location, Python file handling folder, which is this one. So we are just having this Python program file, and if we run this program now, we will get the error message, no such file or directory, because our text file has moved. It has moved. We now need a proper path here. We can't do with the name alone. Okay, we need a proper path for it to work. So let's put a absolute path. Absolute path always works. It will always work whether the file is in the same location, or it's in a different location, or it is in your pen drive or CD, wherever it is. Absolute path is a complete path, so it always works. How to find the absolute path? Either you remember your computer structure, its directory folder structure, or if you don't know, you can just manually browse to the file. This is our poem.txt file, and we will right click on it and click on properties. So in this location field, you will see the path. This is the path. You can drag and copy it, right click, drag and select, and right click to copy this path. We have copied it, the work is done. We can close it and paste the path right before the file name. Right before the file name, paste the path. Okay, we are missing one backslash that you need to put. We will put it right here. This completes the path. This is the absolute path, and to make this work, you need to put a letter R before. I'll tell you why later on. So now if you run the program works again. What we are seeing is the absolute path to the file, which is on the desktop. Our Python program is inside the file handling folder, and it works. Okay, why we have put R here? Because otherwise your Python program will think that this \u is a escape sequence. You might have learned previously that \u, \t, \n, these are all escape sequences for Unicode, for tab space, for new line space. So just to skip that, that Python should not interpret it as a escape sequence, you need to put this letter R here. Okay, or you can actually put escape sequence for \, which is double backslash. You can repeat, you can make it double backslash, and then you can avoid putting letter R. So anyhow, we have seen up till now how to read a text file and how to read a file using relative path and absolute path. This one is the absolute path. There is one more way to have relative path in case there is a minor difference in the location of your text file. Here the location was quite different. It was on the desktop, and our file was in file handling folder. If there is a minor difference, say for example, this is our Python program and our data file is inside a folder, which is this one. Okay, and say it is inside one more folder. We are going one more deep down here. Okay, so if we go back 2 times, 1 and 2, this is our Python program, program1.py, and if we go inside the folders two times, one time or two time, I'm just giving example of two, you can go more than two or less than two, whatever you want. We are just going more deep down the folder, so two times. And suppose our poem.txt file is here, let's put it here. Let's cut the file from the desktop that we have put earlier and put it here. Okay, so now our poem.txt file is here. Where it is? It is like this. This is our program1.py, and two folders inside, 1 and 2, folder 1 and folder 2. I have named it folder 1 and folder 2. Here is our file. Okay, like this. I'll increase the icon size so you can read the name. Okay, so folder 1, this is our Python program, folder 1, folder 2, and here is our poem.txt file. You can actually have a relative path for such files, or for files placed in such simple destinations like this one. What you need is just the folder name. You just need to put the folder name. Okay, obviously the name of the file and the two folders, folder 1, folder 2, like this. Okay, so this means that in relation to this program1.py, you can see at the top of this header where our poem.txt is inside folder 1 and inside folder 2. Okay, and you can see it is still able to read the file. So this is again a relative path in relation to our Python program. The poem.txt exists two folders inside. Okay, similarly we can have a relative path if the file is two folders backward. Okay, in this case we were going two folders inside. What if the file is two folders backward, or one folder back, or three folders back? Let's make the structure first. Say our Python program, let's move it, let's close the file. Our Python program is here, and our text file is one folder back. Okay, let's make it one folder. So this is our Python program, program1.py, and the notepad file or the poem.txt file is one folder backward, back to this existing folder on the screen. So if we click on the back button here, this is our poem.txt file, and we need to open this file in our Python program. So for going one folder backward, either you use the absolute path, it always works. Absolute path always works wherever the file is. Okay, but for relative path, we go to the code again and remove all these folder names and put two dots. This whole pattern, 2 dot and slash, means one folder backward. Look for this file. Okay, let's run the file, and it is able to read the content from the poem.txt. What if our file was two folders backward? Then you just need to repeat this pattern, dot dot backslash. Okay, so if the file was two folders backward, it will now read three folders. You guessed it right, you need to repeat this dot dot and backslash again. Okay, so this dot dot backslash, writing folder names with slash, it's all relative path in relation to your Python program. And the one which is having a complete location right from the C drive, D drive, whatever your system use, that is called the absolute path. So in this lecture we have learned how to open a simple text file, read the content using read function. There are two more functions to be learned for reading, that is read lines and read line. We will see those in our next video. And you have learned about absolute and relative path. Okay, so that is all in this video. Hope you enjoyed learning. Thank you.